some other shit and I ain't had it, I feel cheated.
See, I done did it again. See, I done did it again. It ain't no labels to this. 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 Crazy. See, I done did it again. See, I done did it again. It ain't no labels to this. It ain't no labels to this. It ain't no labels to this.
They ask me where I come from, I said another world. Yes, I was born a man and dressed like a girl. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. And if you ask me why I can't just be a man, I'ma tell you I am who I fucking am. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. They ask me where I come from, I said another world. Yes, I was born a man and dressed like a girl. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. And if you ask me why I can't just be a man, I'ma tell you I am who I fucking am. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. She make the money and he writing the checks. It don't matter how you spell it, just don't leave out the S. I'm a boss in a dress, I didn't come to impress. I know my enemies be watching, I'ma run up a check. I love the skin that I'm in, high heels and breasts. Can't no other bitch do it like I do it, know that. I'm a beast in this shit and I just wanna reflect. The kind of image that I'm giving doesn't make me or less. It's kinda crazy how they judge me, but let's look at the facts. I'm an entertainer, baby, and my children know that. Mother love you, mother hate you, mother fuck you right back. Ain't no labels to the shit and I'm an image of that. You are a man by night and a woman by day. It is okay to be who you are. Express yourself. Enjoy your life. They ask me where I come from. I said another world. Yes, I was born a man and dressed like a girl. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. And if you
ain't no labels to this he, she, we. Come on in, y'all. Hey, welcome. If y'all coming over from YouTube for Coffee Time, welcome to IG Live. This is Coffee Time Part 2. Is it do or do? Part 2. Part 2. Hey, Dante, what you doing on here? You supposed to be at work, nigga. I can't. If you can't hear, take your phone off mute. Baby, please type in large fonts. I cannot see the small letters because we back on here and we going back at it. So what we're talking about this morning is about voting. We're talking about the whole thing that they said that Trump, Iran has put out a hit on Trump. I saw that online. I don't know, but I do think that the truest story out is about Putin putting out with the Iranian government to have the soldiers in Afghanistan killed. It's fucked up. It's fucked up that he said that he didn't get the briefing. Nigga, you the president of the United States. You see shit long before it come, i.e. the coronavirus. And guess what? You ain't told us shit. Now you talking, oh, I didn't see that briefing, but you see everything else. Okay. Y'all better vote like your life depended on it, because if the nigga win, we gonna die. Understand me that there is a method to this nigga's madness. I'm watching Phil Donahue show with Louis Farrakhan was on his Broadway before I was born, but it's still. Let me tell you something. Om Shah Boutique. Phil Donahue is my absolute favorite talk show host ever in life. Baby Phil Donahue was fair. He was brilliant. He moved around that room and he talked to everybody. And no matter how he felt about what you were saying, you could never read his emotion because he was right here across the whole board. I fucking loved Phil Donahue. He was the greatest ever. Ever. And I loved him move through that room and run up and down that stage and talk to everybody. He talked to the racist, to the hateful, to the gay, to the love, to the people who, the child molesters. He talked to everyone fairly. He could have hated your ass, but you would have never known it. My sister's hooked on Illy coffee. Yes, honey, I got plenty of Illy. Thank you, Miss Claire, and all my folks who didn't send me Illy, because I got plenty of Illy. Oh, that is you. Oh, that's you, O Street. Okay. Yeah, I love Phil Donahue. Phil Donahue was the greatest talk show host to me ever in life. because of his fairness. And if I ever get an opportunity to do what he did, I would surely watch old episodes all the time, just so that I can understand how fair he was and how wonderful he was. I'm gonna need my sister Tasha Long to type in large fonts if she want me to talk to her. Yes, I agree. He had a very good conversation about being black in America, but with white people, were too arrogant and too no. But he say, I'm not speaking about them. I can't control what nobody else did. He couldn't control them either, but he could control his temperature. His temperature was always like this. That is an art. That's a talent that I don't have right now. That's a talent that I just don't have right now. But I'm working on it. Yeah, he didn't make a mockery of people. He actually listened to people to hear be real. Oh, he was a motherfucker, baby. Phil Donahue is I love Phil Donahue. And I would like to meet him one day just to kiss his hand and tell him, baby, you are great. My sister TT Long is on here. Tasha Long, one of the greatest entertainers in our industry. She does a live every Thursday on her page. Tasha Long, she just joined YouTube. I want y'all to follow her on YouTube. Tasha, say hello. I'm going to bring you in, Tasha, in a minute. Do you got on your hair? Because don't be coming on here looking like, I don't want to see what you woke up like. This ain't Beyonce, bitch. You didn't wake up like this. I want to see what you woke up like 20 minutes when the people said they was coming to deliver something. I want to see that girl. Oh, my God. Y'all know I'm ignorant. See, I done did it again. You can't find Tati's Tasty Treats on the website. It's one word, Tati's Tasty Treats. www.tatistastytreats.com. One word. One word, boo. And Hope Flood's edible cannabis business is High Hopes. H-I-G-H Hopes. Bitch, you'll be like Alibaba. Bitch, you'll be like Aladdin on a magic carpet. Aladdin had to move over, bitch. She'll have you some motherfucking floated. Yes, thank you, him is Lee. Tati's Tasty Treats is one word. It's Tasha Long Trans. I'm trying to get her to come on, Tasha. I just sent you a request. We waiting on you. I'm comfortable. Okay, well, come on. Hit the request. I sent you the request, girl. She pretty, but I see she's not the smartest. She's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Tasha, send me a request. Do it again. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. Take Cocky. Hey, ooh, that name sounds so dirty. Take Cocky. Ooh, hi, Cocky. Hi, Cocky. Hi, Cocky. Okay, TT. TT, where you at? Girl, just push accept. There she is. Miss America. We don't see you. You got that Trump cable.
What's the tea?
We hear you, but we don't see you. Go somewhere else.
I don't know. No, it should be fine. I don't know. I just got off of live.
Okay, well, go. You might have to go back out and come back in.
Let's try this. Yeah, let's try it again. I'm sorry.
Okay. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. She said, what we talking about? Y'all president. We talking about whatever you want to talk about this morning. Girl. Oh, bitch, I just saw something. Let me tell you something. I tell you, I'm trying to learn from Phil Donahue because, bitch, he's teaching me some things. Tasha, request me, please, because I don't see your name on here. Right, we could hear you, girl, but we couldn't see you. So I'm telling you guys, do not mail in the vote. The reason Donald Trump is telling y'all to mail in the vote, well, he's like, that's an overplay for the underplay. He's telling y'all to mail in the vote, but he really don't want y'all to mail in the vote. No, he telling y'all he don't want y'all to mail in the vote, but he really does want y'all to mail in the vote because that is reverse psychology. He appointed one of his cronies to be postmaster general. That's a scam. So anything that he think that you want, you don't want, and you can't have, we always want what we can't have. Baby, understand that it's a scam. Get your ass up and go stand in line. Go stand your ass in line and make it happen. Because I'm telling you right now, bitch, I see your name, Blade Katrina. I see you, mama. I'm going to get to you. TT Long, where you at? Oh, there you are. Okay, let me try this again. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. Bitch, it's in my head now. Okay, girl, I'm convinced that it's completely your phone.
I don't know what's going on, mama. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. Girl, don't be sorry. We still hear you. So, Tasha, tell us about your... We can't see you. I would like to be able to see you. But still tell us about your new show. The new
Well,
your new platform over on YouTube.
oh well, basically what it's gonna be, I'm just gonna upload some of my some of the little concerts that I do on Thursdays and Fridays, and you know I do my characters, and it's called Tasha's
And she
Cabaret.
does. Let me tell you. Hold on. She does spot on character. Tina, Whitney, Diana Ross. The Dionne Warwick is fucking undeniable. Award winning.
I'm
Girl, who else
still,
you do?
I'm actually still learning all of this. You know, I'm not savvy when it comes to the computer, as you could tell.
Well, we can tell
But
because we can't see you.
Ow! But on my YouTube channel, I put a couple of my illusions up there, you know, to get started. So if they want to check that out, they can see what I do.
So give us all your handles, Tasha.
So as far as Instagram is the Tasha Long, TheTashALong, and on my on Facebook it's Tasha L Long, and on YouTube it's just Tasha Long.
Okay, I don't know why we can't see, but I want y'all to follow Tasha. Tasha is amazingly talented. Tasha, I saw your post this morning on Facebook where you said that you probably will never work in this industry again because of your mouth. Understand that your mouth, whenever you spitting facts, it's not a read. You've been knowing me for 30 years. Has my mouth changed since you've known me?
It has not.
I
It
have
should have
had some
not.
dark days where I did not work within the community. Let me say,
Tell Nick,
within the
tell
LGBT,
Nikki I
but I
said
have
thank
always worked.
you.
Huh?
Tell Nikki I said thank you for putting that up.
Oh, Nikki, she says thank you. And I have always worked because when it's the truth, it might ruffle some feathers, but you feel better about you, which is most important. Tasha is a trans woman, y'all. And Tasha, before I get off of here, I want to ask you about the whole debate that's going on. Now, the term fish, and you're a trans woman, and the term tranny, are you offended by those terms? And I want to know the why yes and the why not. We want to know because we don't.
Am I offended by the word fish?
Now, are you offended? Do you think that women, or how do you feel about women being offended by the term fish? Because you're about my age.
Now I can
Fish was
understand.
out before we came out.
Yeah, I understand. I can understand why they get upset with that. You know, I do, because when you think of fish, what do you think about? A bad smell, and that
Well,
to me is, and to me that's nasty to them, and I can understand that. Now, as far as me and tranny, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all, because I'm secure with who I am. You know, my
ain't that
story.
it?
Yeah,
Ain't that it?
just like you
Shit.
have your story, I have mine, and me and you walk two different stories, but we're best of friends.
And when I address you, when we're out in public and I'm looking like this and you looking like a woman, when I introduce you, what do I say?
My girlfriend Tasha.
Do I say, "Oh, this is my tranny girlfriend"? No,
Oh
because
hell no,
I'm
no,
not a
no, 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 no.
disrespectful person like that. But you know, they try to,
Never.
"Oh, she disrespects the trannies." No, I don't, bitch. This is my
Now,
girlfriend Tasha. That's
now
it.
you may read me every once in a while and say, "Boy, shut up." But yeah,
Oh,
but no, you always respect me out in public. It's when we,
okay,
it's when
I'm
we.
gonna hit you. I hate that we can't see you, but we gonna come back and revisit this. Let me get back on to the politics. I love you, y'all.
Okay,
Follow Tasha Long.
I
I'll
love
call
you,
you later,
baby.
girl.
Thank you so much for your support, Flame.
I love
It's
you,
not.
TT Long.
Let me say this: it's not too many bitches out there that look out for girlfriends, and you're one of those, and I appreciate you for it.
I'm trying to be Phil Donahue, girl. Don't you know? Mwah, I love you,
Bye,
mama.
child.
Bye. Miss Tasha has it so cut. Miss Tasha's from Alabama. She said, "Hey, gal. Hello, Harley, my darling." That's my Harley right there. That's my Michelle, baby. Trump is a man. Oh, come on. Let's get back on. Let's get back on topic. Oh, I want to talk to another tranny. I'm sorry. Oh, she's not available. I wanted to talk to another one of my trans sisters because you know I'm not against an opposing view. I never have been. You say what you got to say. Yeah, it is a scam. It won't get counted, and that's why I'm telling y'all. That's why he's like, don't stop the vote, because he's trying to bait y'all. That's called the bait and switch. I want y'all to mail in y'all ballots because that shit ain't gonna never make it. It's gonna come up missing. It's gonna come up missing. I'm telling y'all, you got to see this for what it is. It's like when you tell your kid you can have this ice cream, but you can't have that ice cream. And then your kid be like, well, why I can't have that ice cream? You know that Eve shit what I was talking about last night on a comedy show. God told Eve, don't go fucking with that apple and that serpent. And Eve was like, why? Don't tell me what to do. See, hard head make a soft ass. all these hard-headed ass Republicans that, oh, we don't want this. We don't want the Democrat. We don't want black people this move. And they voted for that nigga. They sick of that nigga too. Ain't that some shit? They sick of that nigga too. Baby, there is a method to his madness, and y'all better pay very close attention. You better pay attention, because the nigga is on a baby. The nigga is on some shit. And I'm telling y'all now, I'm saying it with my whole heart, my whole spirit. I don't trust none of them. I have got my ass handed to me in my inboxes because I said, I'm not gonna call that Travian right now later. I said that I didn't trust Dr. Fauci. Bitch, has that story changed in my if you've been following me for the last 4 or 5 months, bitch, I ain't never changed that story. I ain't never changed that story. I do not trust Dr. Fauci. And if you want to know why, you research him. That nigga was a scam artist when the AIDS crisis hit, when that son of a bitch, Ronald Reagan, passed on, because Ronald Reagan was a shyster bitch, and I don't care what they call him. Ronald Reagan wasn't shit. And in the end, the nigga didn't even know who he was. I don't know what's going to happen to me in my lifetime. I may have Alzheimer's, old timers, whoopala doopala, and kaboopala. Who knows what's going to happen? But I'm going to say what the fuck I got to say right now. Ronald Reagan was a monster. Fauci wasn't shit, and he was on his team. And bitch, when I tell you, when they say the fruit don't fall far from the tree, understand me, bitch. There ain't shit wrong with me. I just look like this. I know your birthday tomorrow. We're gonna have a whole talk show with you tomorrow, Mrs. Michelle. It's all about you tomorrow. Yes, I ain't like that bastard from day one. Child, y'all better do y'all research. Honey, that nigga will sell you your own, bitch. That nigga will sell you some tainted blood. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize it. It had an extra antibiotic and antibody in, and it's going to kill you. You damn straight. I surely did wake up like this. Well, I ain't had a scarf on. You're going to be looking fine tomorrow. The show is tomorrow night, but y'all make sure y'all come on tomorrow night live at 7 p.m. because the comedy show tomorrow night is with D-Lay, Coco Brown, and myself for the unhoused. We're helping raise money for the unhoused, well, we don't want to say homeless, but for the unhoused community here in California. Yeah, honey, Reagan wasn't shit. They tell some Nancy, she said, just do it. Like she had said something prolific. Bitch, that's a Nike slogan. If you don't knock it off, if y'all don't knock it off, bitch, and start seeing shit for what it is, here, take my glasses, because y'all can't see. Take my glasses so y'all can see, because y'all can't see. Y'all see them bifocals, bitch, you can see through them. Shit. Girl, y'all is getting on my nerve. I don't like stupid shit, and I don't like dumbasses. Okay, who comes on here and talk to me? Ain't nobody send me no requests. It ain't none on here. Let me see who on here. Who coming on and talk to me? What is the edible website? Hope Flood. If your glasses were red, I don't want to be no damn Sally Jesse. Hi, Donta. Donta, you come on here and talk to me. Donta's smart. I like smart people. And don't be telling something you ain't got on your hair either. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. There we go. Hello, you handsome devil. How are you?
I'm good, Flame. How are you? How are you?
I'm fantastic. Let me ask you a question, because okay, so Donta has a platform. Donta has a talk show and everything, and Donta is very involved in the LGBT community and all the stuff that we do. Donta, how important is the black vote as a black person? Not even nothing to do with LGBT. How important is this election to you and our black men in this country?
Very, especially what's all going on right now. And what I found unfortunate is that despite everything that's happening, we still have so many black people that are saying, you know, fuck the vote. I ain't gonna vote. Vote don't mean nothing. Even if you think it don't mean nothing, what do you have to lose by going on down there and voting? And then
now you sound like Donald Trump. Black people, what do you have to lose? My African Americans, what do you have to lose? We're losing a lot. We're losing our lives. That's what we're losing.
Right. And I liked how you even talked about the, the mail-in. And I do think it's a setup. Even though right now, Michelle Obama has that thing where she's pushing folks to do the mail-in ballot. I think Lonnie Love and a few other celebrities are a part of that. Talking about, register, but mail it in. I'm leery of that because all I see is stuff getting mailed in and it's sitting in a box on the side, not counted, not looked at, and then on the day they're supposed to count, oops, we forgot about this
Right.
2,000 over here, And I know that we're in the midst of a pandemic, and folks are terrified to go outside and, stand in line with people. But sometimes we got to brave it. We got to brave
Yeah.
for this because we got
I've been
too much to lose.
I've been pushing that, Doctor. I said, if you out there, you see an old person in line who's disabled, baby, let them go ahead of you. Let them go
Right.
to the front. Let's get their votes in. If it's
Right.
rain, it could be raining buckets of shit that day. Guess what?
Right.
You can wipe the
I'm
shit
out
off,
there.
but you can't wipe away Trump.
Because we got I can't even imagine 4 more years. And now they
I
said
can't
he's
imagine one.
right.
One.
Right.
Shit.
And then they saying he's what? They put an arrest order out against him. Who was that? Was it
Was it
Iraq?
arrest order or is it a hit?
No. Well, it's Iraq, so it's one of the same. One of the same. But do you think people are gonna go vote?
Donta, every day I talk about, I wear my blue glasses and my blue hat because I'm really and Joe Biden, let me express to you that Joe Biden was never my personal favorite. Ever.
Yeah. I think that's default. That's gonna be a default president.
But when we had 22 candidates, we had also a voice to say, let's narrow it down and whittle it down to the one that we want. But we didn't do that. So now the only option that we have is Joe Biden. Guess what? I'm going to take my chances with Biden as opposed to what I have been seeing with this president. Because he ain't did nothing to help us.
Now, who do you think would be a good VP? Because
I get in hot water about my vice presidential pick because of the climate of the world and because of the situation of the world. I have said from day one, and I'm not changing my stance. If I had a say so in it, I would want all the female candidates because Joe Biden opened that can of worms and said, if I get in, I will pick a woman vice presidential candidate. I think he spoke too soon. But I would love to see all the women who are pliable for that position make a commercial and say, yes, Joe, we appreciate you. We understand what you said. We know why you did it. And not to say that I don't think that a woman and a vice presidential woman can run this country right now, but this country ain't ready for a woman right now. I'm saying that. So I don't think that a black woman or a white woman would be the best choice. This is my opinion. For him, I think that he should pick somebody white who gonna get us some traction, like a Bernie Sanders. Am I crazy about Bernie Sanders either? No. Or either I love Yang. I liked Yang. I think he should use a male candidate because I think that this country, not that I don't think that women are ready, any color, because I was Team Hillary. I voted for Hillary 12 times. Shit. But this country is so separated and racist. And hateful, and not just towards racism. They seem to be sexist racist. They seem to, as much as they adore women, they fucking don't want women in positions of power. They hate women.
At all.
Almost.
Very sexist.
It is
very
crazy.
Sexist.
It's mind-boggling to me. So I think that but if I had to make a choice, I do like Val Demings. I fucking like Kamala Harris's tenacity. I like her due diligence, and I like that Kamala knows you can't take a knife to a gunfight. Kamala will go toe to toe with that nigga. But Kamala got to fix her shit that she fucked up in Oakland and in San Francisco. That's the only thing she needs to do.
That's the part she's not a fan favorite
because of that bitch projects. That bitch know how to put her hair in a ponytail and put some Vaseline on her face, bitch, and let's go.
Razor blade under her tongue. Razor blade under her tongue. She ready for it. She ready for it. But my thing is, I don't want us to get a pity vote or a pity nomination. Don't use us. And say, well, I'm gonna give me a black woman. That's 2 birds with 1 stone. Let me give me a black woman. Then I got the black people. And I don't want that.
We have smart sisters out here. That Val Demings.
We do.
We got that Stacey Abrams. That Stacey Abrams is brilliant.
But my thing is, don't put them in office. Then silence their voice.
I see. My thing is, I would like for him to pick a white man to be his vice president, and then fill up the entire cabinet with women. Oh my God.
Because that's what the power is. That's what the power is. That's the power. That's the power. That VP seat is just, that's smoke and mirrors. But you fill up that cabinet, then you got power. Then you got that female voice, and you got the tenacity and that hunger because they've been fighting for so long to get a seat at the table. When they get to that table, they're not going to lose that seat at all.
Honey, I want
They're
to
not
see
gonna lose
women
it.
be secretary of. I like to see. I like to
Yeah,
see Kamala Harris be secretary of state. I like
yeah.
to see a woman in charge of housing and urban development, especially one that has children, because she know
Hmm.
how what it means to have assistance to be able to take care of your children when you can't work. I
But we
like to see a
got,
woman in all those positions.
but you got to think we got Betsy DeVos.
Fuck Betsy DeVos. I like to hit that bitch in her head with a hammer. She's
That's a,
ridiculous. Her
but
children
that's a
never went to
woman.
public school, and she has
Never.
taken everything she can away from public school. Now that was a bad choice, but
Yeah,
that's one of Trump's pieces of toilet paper because he don't even
yeah.
need no toilet paper. He can go shit and they gonna wipe his ass with their tongue.
So okay, so then that being said, where's Omarosa?
Ooh, child, I'm about to hang up on you.
I'm just
You
saying,
know that's an
where's she at?
NNB. You know
Where's
we
she at?
label her, Candace Owens, and Angela Stanton. Those
Yeah.
are NNBs. If you're not familiar with what an NNB is, that is called a no nation bitch. That's because you don't know who you are, which means that you were mind fucked by somebody else. And he don't want you back.
But I mean, she came out, she wrote the book. You know, she did this tell all, and I mean, did you read the book? Did you buy the book? You
Hell
know,
no.
I mean, was that gonna get her back in good graces with
Hell
us?
no. Not only did I not buy the book, if it would have came across my presence, I would have burned that bitch while I was having a barbecue. We don't want you back.
Because I guess I'm just saying, because you know, you talked about women, you know, in that position. I mean, you Betsy, you know, Omarosa, you know, they was
I
in
said
position.
women in that position, not idiots.
Touche. Touche, bingo, bingo, right there, and it makes a huge difference. And I think that's what I'm looking for. And I love how you are calling these powerful women their names. You know, do you think Hillary should get back involved?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because Hillary didn't lose because Hillary wasn't smart. Hillary
Right,
lost because those white folks did not like Hillary because Hillary had power and juice, and those Clintons have been running shit for years.
right, right.
Miss
So do you
Hillary
think
got
that?
juice like you wouldn't believe.
So do you think that because Joe was so close to the Obamas, is that a downfall for him? Because I think he's
No,
he's
I think it's
hoping that I think he's hoping to get the black vote because he was in with Obama.
he was going to get the black vote anyway. Joe Biden, even though Joe Biden has not always been 100, back from 84 with one of them bills that he signed that they holding over his head, Joe Biden has always been team black people. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Biden ain't got a sister, a Keisha somewhere in the cut that he's getting off with. Because ain't nothing like some black pussy. Let's just call it. And Joe Biden probably had him a little taste.
I mean,
Because
Jesse Jackson did it. He had one hidden in the jungle.
Jesse Jackson had 10,000 of them. Jesse Jackson was a hoe like Martin
Concubines,
Luther King.
concubines.
Jesse Jackson was a hoe like Martin Luther King. Rest in peace, Martin Luther King. I loved you, but he was passing around shit. Coretta wasn't the only one getting it. Yes, the
He
1984 crime
wasn't.
bill. But let me tell you something. And with that 1984 crime bill that he signed off on, people evolve and people change. I think Joe Biden
Mhm.
realized the errors of his ways, and even if we don't agree with all of his policies, he is all the choice that we have,
Yeah,
as
it's no other
opposed to
option.
just taking Trump. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
that's the thing. It's no other option. So I think people, that's how the vote's going to get split, because you got them ones saying, well, I'm not voting for either one of them, so I'm not going to vote at all. So then
Which
you're
is
going
voting for
to,
Trump. Which is
which is
voting
voting
for
for
Trump.
Trump. Right. It's that silence
So if
is
you do
consent
not vote,
mentality.
you are voting for
Right.
the opposition.
And that's the message we got to put out there. It's like, listen, I don't care who you do or don't like. Don't vote for Trump. Vote for the other guy. You know, because just sitting at home and saying, well, I don't really care anymore, I give up, my guy's not a candidate, then you are allowing this other man to stay in office. You know, and I don't understand how he's lasted this long. He's proven to be
So
ill-equipped.
Dante, in October, let's do this right now. In October, you and
Hmm.
I and anybody
Hmm.
else who has a platform, especially black folks, I think we all should all band together to really
Hmm.
push and enforce that November
Hmm.
the 3rd, by any means necessary. That's what we should call it. By
By
any means,
any means
that we got
necessary.
to get out there in boats,
Right.
wheelchairs, walkers,
Hmm.
crutches, whatever.
Hmm.
Help people get to the polls. Get your ass out there and vote. I don't care if it's hot, if it's cover up, put on your hazmat suit, whatever. We have to show them that we want to take our country back.
But they also got to register, Flame. Folks ain't even registered.
Well, I've been pushing that, and you can't wait till November the 1st to try to register to
Yeah,
make sure that
right.
all your ducks are in a row.
Right, yeah.
You have to do it now. Your
Folks is
ID has
pushing
to match
past
your
folks.
passport, has to match your
Hmm.
voter's registration, have to match your address, because they are going to pull every scam and caper that they
Yes.
can.
That's the thing. Register. Don't walk by that person outside the grocery store holding a little clipboard. It don't take no time to register. You can go online and click and do it. Register to vote, and that's the part that I'm
Oh, I
trying to
don't
get
trust the
folks to
people.
do.
I don't trust the people outside the grocery stores. I don't understand
You
that
don't
shit.
trust them? You-
Hell no.
So tell folks the best way to register there, because a lot of folks don't know, especially the
Online,
18-year-olds.
online, or find out where you're supposed to register in your neighborhood. Because sometimes you move right before and your
Yes.
shit don't get switched over, and baby, they're gonna hold you accountable for that. Make sure that your shit, all your ducks are in a row, all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. Dante, what's your platform so we can follow you? My people can
Hey,
follow you.
Dante Morrison on Instagram, Dante Morrison on Facebook, DONTA Morrison. Also, I host the Dante Show that comes on Facebook and YouTube Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. every week on Facebook Live. So please check it out tonight. Got a good guest. I talk about a lot of topics that really are affecting the Black community because I'm all about building up the Black community. I'm Black first. All that
Cause
LGBTQI,
what's your birth certificate say?
Black.
Sex, male, what?
Right, Black
What's
race.
it? What color do I have you as?
Right, Black,
Boom, there it is.
Black.
Sex, male, Black.
Period. That's
Everything
it.
else you become in this life, you added on. But when
Right.
you were born, it said sex, male, Black. Baby,
Exactly.
ain't shit wrong
Exactly.
with me. I just what? I just
just
look
like your
like this.
just like your driver's license, relationship status, it says married or
Well,
single.
wait a minute now. I had that one rigged. Hold on. Now I say HSW. My sex says HSW. That stands for he.
So
Doctor,
please, y'all,
thank you for
please check
joining
me
us
out.
this
Yeah,
morning.
definitely. And the show you're doing, how do I? Where is it at again? Remind me of that.
It's gonna be on Instagram Live. It's free, but we would like for you to donate. We're gonna put the link up,
Okay,
and you donate to the organization, not to me,
got it for sure.
because
Thanks, Flame.
they paid me handsomely.
Oh, so
Thank
you're
you, my daughter.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dante. Thank you so much. Y'all
Bye.
make sure y'all follow Dante. Very smart, very insightful. See, these are the conversations that we need to fucking be having. I don't trust that clipboard shit either. Baby, you be having me sign out some shit. They be at my house with a fucking bomb, bitch. If y'all don't leave me alone, girl, if y'all don't leave mother alone, who's on here? Who I'm talking to? Who I'm talking to, babe? Oh, let me talk to my smart friend. Ever since you've been look at my eyebrows, y'all. They are so wicked. Oh my god, I need my eyebrows done. Oh my god, is that oh my god, is that Idris
Let me turn
Elba?
on some light. Let me turn on
Is
some
that
light.
Idris Elba?
Whatever. How you
I'm
doing?
sorry. Is that P Green? Hi, P Green.
Petey Green, the voice of
Hey, Nick.
DC. Yes.
How are you this morning, Nick Smith?
I'm doing all right. You know what, Flame? I cannot help but tell you, I get pulled in on YouTube Live and then follow on over here to Instagram. And it's just one of those things. You hit so many different things that I sit there and I'm like taking notes. I'm like, how do I even respond to everything in the 5 minutes? You know, first of all, shout out to Tasha Long. You mentioned Tasha earlier today. You know, I, like you, remember watching Tasha years ago, right? And I just remember it was just always a creativity, a passion there, and just a genuinely sweet person, which isn't always the case in people you meet in the entertainment field. You know that. So,
And the
Tasha's
her talent is unmatched, honestly.
unmatched. I remember there were many shortcuts to beauty, but that was the long version. Remember that?
And mind you, to me, I'll say, and as far as being a classic beauty, I ain't gonna say that was Tasha, but Tasha Long is probably the most photogenic queen I've ever met in my life. She cannot take a bad picture. She
I completely
cannot
agree.
take a bad picture. Now,
You
the bitch
know,
don't always look like that in person. Let me. No, I'm just joking. I love Tasha Long.
you know we don't always agree, so I'm going to have to push back on something you mentioned earlier. And I already know some of your viewers are going to say, still let me shut up. Flame, I wish you would change your stance or open your vision to voting by mail. I really do believe that the idea behind voting by mail is mixed, right? I believe that there are those who really want to suppress the vote, who have worked really hard to add to the confusion, add to the misunderstanding. I genuinely believe that what we have to recognize is that there is a concerted effort to suppress the vote. Voting in person, I completely support. I totally understand. But there are those who really do benefit by voting by mail or voting early. We cannot negate the power of that vote. And I wish you would just, be a little bit open to the idea of those who are interested in learning more about voting by mail.
Well, this is what I called you on for, because Nick, what y'all don't know is Nicholas is a newscaster. I'm the street Nicholas. I know the streets, but Nicholas is the big part. So educate me and my people, because this is laugh and learn. This is what we do on this page. We teach each other. So tell us, because I believe, let me just tell you, I believe that it is a smokescreen. Because he appointed one of his cronies to be the postmaster general, and then they just
Absolutely.
said they found a bunch of ballots in the or in the lake or in the ravine in Kentucky of mail-in ballots. So my trust level is very low on mail-in ballots. That's what it is. It's not so much that I'm completely opposed to it. I don't trust it.
And I completely understand that. And make no mistake, there are voting irregularities that happen even with those who vote in person, right? But I think that what can happen more often than not is that there are those who will show up to possibly vote in person, see a 3-hour line, maybe a mom, maybe a dad. I really got to drop my kids off and get to work, and they become discouraged. If we had an opportunity for every person, like Stacey Abrams has been fighting for every person to be able to have the capacity to vote by mail in that ballot a week, 2 weeks early. Every state at this point right now has very different rules. Some states start to count the ballots that are mailed in before the election. They just don't tabulate. Others wait till the day of. Some won't take ballots that are postmarked after election day, so they come rolling in later. Having served in the military, I can tell you, Flame, there were years that I voted absentee, voted by mail, and it worked, right? I just don't want us to remove an opportunity for those who may not be able to vote in person to have their voice heard by us maybe echoing some of the Republican talking points of instoking fear in the vote by mail. I think that we have to ensure that every vote in person and vote by mail is counted, is validated, so that those who cannot, who may have mobility issues, may just simply be afraid of voting in person, or be facing a situation like they did in Lexington, Kentucky, right? Where you've got one space open and these long lines. There are people who are older who ain't gonna want to stand in that heat.
Well, that's another reason I've been saying, if you see somebody disabled or older, let them go ahead of you. Nicholas, I love the talking point that you're giving, because it's opening my eyes. My problem is not with the mail-in ballot. My problem is with the trusting of my ballot not being discarded. That's my issue there, more
And
than
I hear
anything.
you. Yeah,
I
yeah.
want my vote to count. I want my vote to count.
And I think, too, it's just one of those things where, unfortunately, until this administration, it is possible we didn't understand how important it was that we have these other mechanisms in place. We have an administration that has started to cast doubt on the validity of voting by mail. We have an administration that has tried to possibly strip away health protections from those who are probably most vulnerable during the height of a pandemic. All of these things are things to give everybody pause and have us questioning whether or not they really are on our side. Whatever we do, you've been wearing the hat. I just want to reiterate, and I'm gonna let you get back because I know people are like clamoring and champing at the bit.
Oh no, they're loving that you're teaching us. They're loving that you're showing us that we can get to the same destination, but we can take an alternate route. And I love that. I'm not the smartest bitch in the world, and I'm willing to learn. So teach us. We listen to you. We
Well,
listen to you.
and neither am I. It's just that one of those things where we have an opportunity now. I think that more Black voices are being heard. And I think that Stacey Abrams has shone a light on an issue I don't think many of us even knew existed. She told us we have a voting problem. Georgia, friends of ours who live in every zip code, they're like, damn, it took me 4 hours to vote, because they weren't used to being disenfranchised. All of a sudden the light goes off and they have, wait a minute, we got a problem here. If I'm living in Atlanta, Georgia, and I make 6 figures, I shouldn't have to wait. Well, guess what? They sat right there and they waited. So disenfranchisement can happen at every level. We have a responsibility to change this administration, change the way voting is done so that everyone, friends of ours in Portland, they've been voting by mail for the last 10 years. You don't even vote in person. Everything's mail-in, right? So there are states that have it under control. There's no reason why the United States of America cannot ensure a free and fair election with voting by mail, particularly since we know we still have not addressed Russian and foreign interference in the election process, right?
Isn't Oregon a red state?
Oregon is a red state, but
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. For 10 years, they've been voting by mail. Stop right there. It's a red state. Stop right there. I love this question. So Dante asks, can Nick address how to verify your mail-in vote was received? Do they send you a receipt?
Right. So every time you get a mail-in ballot, every mail-in ballot, like every other check at the bottom, it has that verification code. Once that has been received, you will get a verification that, hey, your ballot was received. Now, here's the deal. Some states, like I said, don't count the day that election happens, right? They start counting before the election. But the idea is that different states do it different ways. Not every state counts right away. Some of them wait until the day of election. That may happen that way. That may or may not happen that way. But the point is, every ballot really does have a serial number, and every person who voted by mail does get confirmation that that vote was received.
Let me ask you a question, Nicholas, because you made a very interesting point about voting day. If it's hot, if it's raining, do you think that we should push to make voting day a national, not a national holiday, but a national off day, so you don't have to worry about going to work or going to school? That way you have that entire day to go through the process.
Not even a question. Voting should be done on a Saturday. Voting should be held in situations. Right now, let's just talk about voting in
Nicholas, they say Oregon is a blue state.
But with the Republican governor, though, right?
Oh, now you asked that. I don't know. I honestly don't.
But
I have no. Or me in Oregon, yeah, no.
and the deal is this: we're talking about an election in November, which everyone agrees will be in the height of the pandemic. Most elections or voting we do in schools. So now, what are we gonna do? We're supposed to have everybody traipsing through this school who may or may not have COVID, voting, and then are we going to close the school so we can clean it before we send our kids back into that school the next day on Wednesday morning? Or are we going to keep it closed? What are we supposed to do with that? Who works these polls? Usually people who look like my mother, right? They're usually the older African-American women, moving kind of slow. Got to say it again. Miss Johnson is Smith, Nicholas, N-I-C-H. So they're sitting there trying to find all of these things. I think we haven't addressed, right? We haven't addressed the things that may make it harder, may make it more difficult. Is Mrs. Johnson going to be afraid to come and work the poll that morning? Or maybe she's all set to go and say, you know, I just don't feel good about going. I'm nervous now because these numbers have gone up and I don't want to be sitting there with folks coming in. We still have people who won't wear masks, who feel like it's their right not to. So now maybe she's got the loud Karen coming in. I'm not wearing no damn mask. My name is such and such. Give me my damn ballot. All of these different things we have to think about, because most of the time I have seen polling places have been in places like schools and all these different things where we close it off, but we're talking about sending our kids back into these schools come November. We have to rethink the way voting is done, but what more importantly, I want to make sure I address the issue of, if voting by mail is the only way you can do it, do not be afraid to vote by mail. You must vote. Not voting is not an option. If you can go in person, you can spend the time to go in person, and you feel better about going in person, go in person. But if for any reason you cannot go in person, you really do have to find a way to make sure you are registered so that you can get your ballot to mail it in, because your voice must be heard. Holding your vote to make a statement in 2020, that is not an option.
Okay, you're not going to talk about P. Diddy and he's not on here to defend himself. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, shit. Nicholas, let me ask before you leave, because you heard me talking about Phil Donahue. So me and Nick are friends for a long time. Nick, was Phil Donahue your favorite as well as mine, or was it Oprah? Because I know you're a big Oprah fan.
No, I was a Phil fan. Phil had, I'll remember the episode that won me over, and one of your viewers will know her name, and I can't think of her name. It was an African-American woman. She used to run pro-choice, Planned Parenthood. Flame, she was so impressive, and it just blew me away. I want to say like Faye Wellington or something like that. The name has escaped me, but it was just a sister that ran this organization talking about, and it changed my life, talking about the importance of women having access to health care, that there will be groups. This was then. There will be groups who will make it about abortion. We are so much more than that. And I'm like, what, you mean women don't have the right to discuss their own health care? It blew me away, because
it's Donahue. Donahue was fair. He was reasonable. He was smart. He was even tempered.
Somebody just said, I just see that Donta Faye Waddleton. Do you remember that? That woman was no joke. I don't even know if she's still alive, but she was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
The episode where Louis Farrakhan, because they were talking about that earlier on here, the episode where Louis Farrakhan was on there, and a woman stood up and she said that the biggest atrocities you all talk about was the what do you call it with the Jewish, the Holocaust. She said that was the biggest atrocity on film. The ours was just not filmed. That lady right there put a chill through my bone marrow. Oh, baby. Woo! Nicholas, you know what? I adore you. Y'all say hello to Nick Smith. Nick Smith is smart. Y'all gonna see a lot more of Nick Smith in the future. I promise you. I promise you.
This is me going to go research Portland. Love you. Bye.
Love you too, Nick. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I love this laugh and learn from y'all. Ain't they, girl, Turnbow, ain't they smart? Let me tell you something. I learn from people. Y'all think it's plenty shit I do not know. And I am willing and open to learn and know. Let me see. Who's my next victim? I need somebody savvy, smart, even opposed to my position, because you see what Nicholas said, and I learned from that. I'm telling you, I'm listening. I listen, and he was fine. There y'all go flirt with Nicholas. Child, y'all leave Nicholas alone. Who talking to me? Who talking to me this morning? And I'm telling you, we're not getting off topic. We are talking Phyllis Wheatley. I remember Phyllis Wheatley. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, she was good. He is smart and he is intelligent. Are y'all flirting with my friend Nick? Child, y'all leave Nick alone. Bronx B, and that's what it's all about. We learn from each other. We learn from each other because this is how you stay on topic. This is how you learn to talk to people and listen to what other people have to say. And I get what Nicholas is saying. So my thing might not be about the mail-in. It really just might be about the trust factor. I don't trust the mail-in because I don't trust this current administration and nobody that works with it. Nobody that does not see him for who he is. I'm not trusting none of them. So all that shit they get on here, oh my God, Donald Trump is the great. Fuck Donald Trump and his ass with a dirty razor and no grease laced with garlic, because I believe that Putin have already done it and he got it on tape. God damn it, and I want to see it. Michelle, I got you all day tomorrow. I got you. It's all about you tomorrow because it's your birthday and you're a Cancer and your name ain't Larry. That was, I'm telling you, the insightfulness of learning from other people. I'm telling y'all something. If y'all sit and listen to people to hear and not to respond, the things that you can learn from other people are fucking unmatched by anybody else. Oh, there go my Camille. Miss Camille, I love you. But girl, you ain't finna fuck with, I ain't even had no gummy this morning. But girl, you ain't finna give me this morning. Because Miss Camille, you have broke me down the others. And that's the truth, Evil Delon. This administration has no accountability, but that's because no one is holding them accountable. And the machines, you damn right, Hemsley, the machines are owned by his daughter. Ivanka Trump bought those machines. Did she buy them from Russia or China? So you know they already rigged. Child, you think you voting for Trump and you voting for, you think you voting for Biden, you actually voted for Trump. I ain't trusting none of it. God damn it, I'll take mine in. So even if they run a scam after I took it in, I will feel better about what I did, as opposed to the unsurety of mailing in. It could still go around once you walk it in, but I will feel better. Like, you know what? I got my back ass up. I walked the stood in line. I voted. I made sure I did everything right. So if they do cheat and pull a scam, at least I feel better about me, because that's what's most important. You have to feel better about you. About you. I like this name. I'm bringing you on because I like your name. It's got me this morning. Oh, no, that ain't what I wanted. I ain't want to pin you. I wanted to bring you on live, girl. What the hell I did? You know what? I've been smoking that stuff this morning. Y'all know I don't even smoke. I got problems. She brought them from Russia. So you know they ain't no good. You know that shit is already set up and a scam. Don't they want Nick? Nick is a handsome character. Nick is very smart, too. I learned a lot from that fool. That's my dude. We've been knowing each other a long time. One day I'm going to tell y'all the whole story. Y'all can't give but a part of the story right now. We just been knowing each other a long time. That's the only part y'all gonna get. They said research the candidates before you vote. Child, what candidates? We down to one. We just waiting on Biden to make the right choice or to make a choice. Hope you know what kind of choice I make. And I'm not opposed to a woman. I've been saying that I think that the country is not ready, and I still believe that the country is not ready. But whomever he chooses, I hope that the person is liked by the country, because right now that's what's going to be a deciding factor. We need somebody that the people in the country like. We need somebody that the people like, because if they don't like them, they're not going to vote for them. See, Hillary lost because they didn't like her ass. They didn't like Hillary. We need somebody that everybody likes, or they think that they can control. They think that they can control. You got to make people think that they run you when they really don't. Because you got to know that you're smarter than their asses. And you know when you're smarter than somebody else. They might not know it, but you know when you're smarter than somebody else. Okay, girl, I sent you a request. Where you at? Where you at, baby? National and global level and experience, child. You like, so there you go. Where you at? Are you
There you
circling?
go.
There she is.
Mercy.
Girl,
Hi,
what are you looking
Flame.
on? Girl, I need you to get in one spot and get out that Trump light. Hello, beautiful lady.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm much better now that I'm talking to you, because I know you's a smart lady, and we like smart women.
I mean, I try to be smart.
So tell me what you think about how you feel about the whole mail-in ballot situation with this next election that's coming up.
So I've been voting by mail for years, but I also live in California, and we have a really good voter by mail system here in California. But considering the appointment of the new postmaster, I think people should consider maybe dropping off their mail-in ballots to an alternate location. Like in California, we can drop off our mail-in ballots at the library. Like many of the libraries across the city have the mailboxes, and they're secured mailboxes.
Right.
In addition, you can drop them off at City Hall and other locations. But always, if you can vote in person, that's also a good alternative as well.
I just think for me, it makes me feel like
Yeah.
my vote was counted because I took it in, as opposed to because the unsurety of dropping it in the mailbox. What if the mailman don't pick up the mail that day, or the mail lady? That's my crazy mind. I just feel taking it in.
Yeah, but the boxes at the library, they're not USPS boxes.
Right.
Yeah, they're boxes sanctioned by the Secretary of State. So yes.
How are you today,
I loved
Nikki?
your
You look
show
beautiful.
yesterday.
Oh, did you watch the show? Did you have a good time?
Oh my goodness, yes. So I bought 2 tickets for my wife and I, and we played it on the live on TV, and it was amazing. You guys had us cracking up.
Oh, now Samson I knew, but the other 2 ladies I didn't know. I enjoyed all of them. My friend didn't like the first girl, but I was like, that is very dry humor. But if you listen to her content, she was funny as hell.
She was funny as hell.
But
yeah, you had to follow her though.
It was slow, but it was really funny.
Well, I mean, Paul Mooney, he's not very animated. He would just sit in the chair with the microphone and just talk and tell stories. You have to follow him.
Yeah.
So she definitely gave me Paul Mooney vibes.
She was great. She was great. I don't know what I was, because I like the second girl too. I like the second girl. She was the penis jokes. She was funny. I loved her coming out story and everything.
Yes, she was cute too. Yeah, I thought it was good.
She wasn't my type. She had to cut them braids off and start looking like DMX for me to fuck with her. But
I was gonna say she was a little soft looking for
she
you.
was a little cute girl. Only titties in the room that need to be addressed is hers. Mine are off limits.
No, but you were on point. Oh my gosh, you had us cracking up laughing.
Y'all
spoiled.
Y'all just spoiled to me anyway, Nikki. Shit, that's what it is. But thank you. I had a great time, and that club, DC Comedy Club, is an amazing comedy club in DC. If you're ever in DC and we ever reopen the world, y'all have to go. They show love for the comedians. It's a great room, great atmosphere. The food is good, and you feel so welcome. And they welcome all nationalities, black, white, Asian, everything. And they make you feel like you at home, period.
Okay. We'll definitely have to check it out next time we're in DC. You
But
know, I'm
I
all the
will
way in
be on live
California.
tomorrow night, and it's free, so I hope y'all can join me tomorrow night because I'm gonna have D-Lay and Coco Brown, and you already know. Now, Coco Brown is funny as shit, but you know how
I
ignorant D-Lay
love
is.
Coco.
You know how ignorant D-Lay is.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I can only imagine.
I
I'm just gonna,
know.
Nikki, thank you for joining us. I
Yeah.
will see you tomorrow night or tomorrow at coffee time. Thank you for being
Yes.
smart. Y'all see all my followers are smart,
We love
smartest
you,
people in the
Flame.
world. I
And
love
I
you too.
posted
Tell your
our
wife I
picture on
said, hey.
Instagram. I will. I
What you
posted
said?
our
Wait a minute, I
picture.
cut you off. What were you saying about Instagram?
I said I posted our picture on Instagram and tagged you in it when
Oh,
we were on
excellent.
live last time.
Okay, excellent.
Mwah.
You look different from last time. What you do? You pulled your hair back?
Yeah, it's just in a ponytail. Just chilling. I'm
Oh,
off today. I'm off work today, so
I'm off every day. Shit, I'm tired of it. I'm ready to go back to work. I'm sick of talking to the phone, but I love talking to you, dear.
love talking to you too.
Bye, babe. Have a
Mwah.
great
Have
day.
a good day. You
So y'all
too.
know I know these smart, good people, baby. You live in Portland, Oregon. We vote by mail. Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon looked like the Jetsons, bitch. When we was driving through there when I moved to Seattle that time, it looked like the Jetsons. I promise you, I thought I was going to his girl Elroy, his boy Elroy, daughter Judy, Jane, his wife. Oh, so wait a minute. Because we were talking about divorces because you know that they said on coffee time early, Flame, I'm on Tasha Taste Streets, baby, but I don't see no lunchroom cookies. She got the lunchroom cookies. We were talking about Dr. Dre's wife is divorcing him, and I was saying earlier that when you do the divorce the correct way, as far as whoever make the money, so if it's the woman or the man, because you know it's fair now. Y'all fought for female rights, for women's rights. Now y'all got them. So if you make more money than your husband, you've been married to him more than 10 years, and you didn't sign a prenup, your ass got to pay, just like the men have to pay. But if you do it the right way, your blessings come. So let me explain to y'all what happened. So Jeff Bezos and his wife got a divorce maybe 2 years ago, maybe less than 2 years ago, around 2 years ago. He gave her 60, understand this word, 60 billion. Let me say that word again. Billion with a B, with no drama, no fights, no arguments, because she built that company with him. She still has major stock in the company, and she had 4 children for him. She had 4 of his kids, and she stood by him while he built Amazon. While he built, he gave her $60 billion without qualification. Since then, because y'all think he took a huge hit, since then, in the last 3 months, 4 months since this whole pandemic has, understand that Jeff Bezos and Amazon has tripled that money that he gave away. Has tripled that money in 4 months. See, because when you do the right thing follow you. Dr. Dre needs to pay his wife. She's been married for him for 24 years. She didn't put up with all his shit. Steve Harvey didn't do the right thing by Mary. Steve Harvey's still working, but look how his shit is crumbling. Because when you do the wrong shit will follow you. Look how his shit is crumbling. Baby, don't fight the money. Wendy Williams had to give up $14 million to her ex-husband, Kevin. It was 12 or 14 million dollars. $1 million from a man that he went and had to a woman that he had another baby with and all that. Understand that, but when you do the right thing, the success will catapult you. You'll feel like shit right there, but it won't last long. Understand that it will not last long. Your friend, though, Nicole, personally, baby, Jeff got plenty of my money spent. He got plenty of mine, too. Plenty of. Oh, Steve Harvey also messed up trying to tell women how to act. Steve Harvey should have been paying more attention to what was going on in his own goddamn house, because he did pull Miss Mary wrong. And Mary was that nigga for 20 years. She helped build him to be the Steve Harvey he is. And Miss Marjorie came and said, bitch, I want it all. I want all of it. She can't have but $4. 2 for the bus, 1 for $1 hamburger, and the other dollar. Yes, I am going to talk to you again, Mrs. Booker Camille. But girl, you can't break me down again. Camille, your words the other day had got through my spirit. And girl, you know I do not like to show emotion. You know I'm trying to be that girl. Do they still get money if the ones that ended up to marry? Yeah, sure, they still get money. If I've been married, especially in the state of California, anything over 10 years, bitch, I'm getting. You know, that's why Melania didn't come straight to the White House when Donald Trump won. Oh, let me educate y'all. So when Donald Trump won the presidency, remember they were waiting for Melania to leave from Trump Tower in New York to come to the White House. Understand that Melania made them renegotiate her contract, her prenup before she would come. So her little special sauce didn't leave to come from Trump Tower to go to the White House until she had her contract renegotiated. Understand that Melania Trump took lessons from the Book of Eve. She was the original thought. Miss Melania Trump is one of the baddest bitches in the country, because when I tell you she went from a mail order brand hooker to the first lady of the free world, bitch, you better understand that there is a method to the madness in all this shit. She renegotiated her contract like, bitch, if you want it, you got to pay for it. You don't want me to divorce you? You don't want a scandal because you're trying to be the president of the United States? I'm holding all the cards right now. Bitch, when they say pussy got power, all pussy got power. I don't care what color it is. It ain't black girl magic, but it got power. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys for watching me. Understand that this is coffee time on the other end. Please go to High Hopes for your edibles. Go to Tati's Tasty Treats for your eateries. I might be on Love Lounge tonight, but I will definitely be on Coffee Time tomorrow at 11. We are having a show tomorrow night on live at 7 p.m. It's free, but you can donate to the cause. I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. My time is up. This hour went too fast. I love and appreciate you guys. I adore